Welcome to the Talk Avenue, brought to you by 111 Digital Productions. Today I have a very special guest, Quitman, Georgia's own legendary artist, Bunkie White, here with me.
Yes,
How are you today?
I'm alright today. Feeling pretty good.
I see you've been dropping new music, so...
Yeah, I just did That's on Timmy, and I'm working on one more tie called Feels Good, and I'm putting together a mixtape, Black Sheep.
Alright. I can't wait to listen. I let him listen to it early today. He's like, I like it. Alright, so I know this week coming up is Bunkie White Week.
Yes, ma'am.
So in honor of that, I wanted to have a sit down with you so you can give the people watching and listening a little insight on who you are.
Bunkie White, from Quitman. Been rapping for a minute. A lot of people get it confused while I'm rapping. I rap for my partner, Sino. He was the rapper. He wound up getting killed and stuff. And I just picked up for him. And like the rapping part I do be for him. Like I don't really care to rap for real, but I do it in honor of him because I know what he wanted to do from conversation when we were young. So that's why I rap. I don't care whether I'm the best rapper or not. I rap for a reason. Like, it ain't nothing that I care to do for real.
I was definitely going to ask you that, like, because I know when you first started out, you went by the name Con Man. So
yeah,
I was trying to figure out.
That was when I was playing around. Like, I was just doing freestyles and just playing around. Then when he passed, I took it more serious.
Yeah, so he the one that got you in the game.
Yeah, like, it was my cousin. I got a younger cousin, Mike. He did a freestyle on Kanye Gold Digger beat, and that would make me want to rap.
Okay. So today, who would you say are your musical influences, that keep pushing you to write the music that you write?
I like Gotti, the OGs, Boosie. Like, they still make the music I like. Like, the new music, I don't got a problem with it, but I ain't really in tune with it like I should be. I do it because I'm a promoter too. I'm forced myself to listen to it, but I like old music. So like a lot of the old Southern rappers, and I listen to the Jay-Z, J. Cole's, and because I like words. But for the most, Jesus, Gotti's, those type.
So I know you collaborated with several artists in the past few years. So who would you say would be the most inspiring and easygoing artist that you have collaborated with so far?
Gotta be Mike Smith.
Mike Smith.
I did a whole full mixtape with Mike Smith, and he just treat me like his brother. He don't be on no celebrity type stuff. Like that's my brother. So I have to say Mike Smith. We got like 12 songs, and we got a mixtape we never dropped, hosted by Bigger Rankin, called Truth, More and Truth.
I've heard a few of those songs that you featured on them with.
So it had to be Mike Smith.
So, as with you being a musical artist, what do you consider to be the most important aspect of a successful collaboration with artists and producers?
I would say like y'all relationship, like y'all really gotta have understanding, and both of y'all gotta be on board. Like both of y'all gotta want to push that record. Like the record with me and more time we going bouncing back and forth idea. Like man, we should wear this, or the cover should be like this, or this gonna be the video. Like we on the same page, and both of us want the record to work. So. Like, both of us giving full throttle. Like, it ain't, I'm doing all the work and he chilling. Nah, we both coming up with ideas. 4, 5 in the morning, he texting me like, hey, bro, listen to this. And
so you ain't sleeping at all?
Yeah, nah.
All right. So I know a few years ago, you released one of your singles, Letter to Boosie. When Boosie was battling the cancer and all that. So
that song turned out bigger than I expected.
Yeah, it did. I remember it going viral. Like people was like, "Oh, this man fire!" So it led you to meeting Boosie, and then you performed it live in front of him, correct?
Yes.
So, how was that experience being in his presence?
That was good. Shout out to my boy Greg Powell. He put that together. He reached out to me and was like, "I need you to open up for Boosie." And I was like, "I don't really got nothing to perform," so it made me go write a record and. It was a good experience because that's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
And I wound up getting his phone number, and it was like a moment where I was like, man, the world's small. Blood Raw called me and wanted me to call Boosie for him to get a show in the verse. And I was like, I'm from Quitman, and I got this man calling me to get. So it was a special moment. Like both of these, some of my favorite artists, and I'm in the middle of this. So it was a good experience, though.
Would you go back and do it again if you could?
Yeah.
Alright, so I know you say you got Boosie number. Would you hope to collab with him sometime in the future?
Yeah, actually, in that moment, I was trying to collab with Boosie, and I offered him $6,000. He started laughing at me. He said, "Man, I can't do it. I can't do it that cheap." You were laughing at me on the phone. He told me 10,000, but I offered him 6. He started laughing. But yeah, I collab with Boosie. I still love Boosie. Boosie that no business.
Alright. So you like earlier you said that you write your music for a purpose, you rap for a purpose. So when you're writing your songs, what message do you want to convey in the process and hope people understand about your songs?
Like I like to do what I call reality raps. Like majority of the stuff you hear in my song would be like from my experiences.
Yeah.
So I don't just make a lot of made up music. I could do that, but it's easier to just live and then rap about what you went through. So it's experience based mostly. Like it's some truth to it.
Yeah.
Like I can't say it all truthful on the record because police will be listening to you. So it's some truth to it. So you catch my drift. But
so with that being like a personal experience, what would you say has been the most challenging part of it?
Kids. Like I make music and now my kids up to the age where they listening to all my songs. They go on iTunes, they self-download it. So like the message that I'm putting out, I gotta kind of, it's certain stuff I be rapping about that I don't really want them picking up and thinking it's okay or it's cool because their experience won't be what I went through. They ain't gonna have to go through what I went through. So I gotta, have the conversation. Not even just my kids, like other people's kids, like.
You just want kids to be set up in a good way to where they're not.
So that be the challenging part. Like some of my newer music, like if you heard the Dance on Tammy record, I cussed in it like 3 times, but I tried to swear away from cuss words to make it where I ain't got to do all that editing and it can be more kid friendly.
Yeah, see, like he probably wouldn't even have heard any of the cuss words in it.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I know your style of rapping is different from a lot of artists that we see today. So has there been anyone that inspired your style, or is it something that you just killed?
It's natural, but I've got over the years, I've got to remind people of Plies. I done got some people say I remind them of a Young Jeezy. So I mean, I don't know. Those some of my favorite artists, so I can see why they can hear some of that. And Bigger Rankin told me one time, like I'm raw, like I remind him of Plies. He said I'm a raw rapper, like I'm raw and uncut and a lot of stuff I say. So I can see that. But for us being, like I don't try to mimic nobody, just be like my natural self. Yeah. That I don't learn how to use it and master it. And that's why some of my records probably sounding better nowadays. And people like, you don't got your ghostwriter? I'm like, no, I just don't learn how to work it right.
So that practice and just keep going.
So it's like I practiced all those years to now I can release records and they feel good. I got my confidence, so I'm just say that.
That's good. So I know, like, even with you being a musical artist, you probably face a lot of negative criticism, feedback. So how do you handle that criticism, and like, are there any strategies you use to maintain that confidence?
I use it as fuel. Like I done heard he can't rap, he suck, and a lot of people had to go recant those statements. Like with most of the songs, like when I dropped the one with Cola P, Tones, I'm like, I don't care if I can't rap because of what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for my brother. But so I'm doing it in his name, so I had to make it better. And I just use it as fuel. Like I'm easily motivated. If you say I can't do something, I'm gonna go learn how to do it and learn how to be the best at it. And I got a work ethic that ain't nobody gonna be able to compete with. Like while people sleeping, I'm making songs. While people sleeping, I'm shooting videos. While people sleeping, I'm planning parties. And I get it done.
You got a handful of money.
Yeah, I get it done.
Like, and I know you do a lot in the community as well. So like, a lot of people don't like to see that, but it's good that you take what you do and put it back into the community the way you do.
Yeah, see, we're from Quitman, so you don't have a lot of role models. I came from a dirt road in Dixon. I didn't have a role model, so I had to come out to the streets and learn stuff. So now a lot of the stuff I do is to show people from the small towns, like, it can be done no matter where you from. Like, you don't just have to pack up and move to Atlanta. You can get it done. It's opportunity there because you can bring the stuff that's not there. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as, oh, it's nothing here. I look at it like, well, okay, I can bring this. I can bring that. We don't have that. Like, somebody got to be there to be the influence for the kids. Cause we don't have many.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So what keeps you inspired to create new music? Like you say, you do it for your brother, but is there anything else that inspires you?
It's really like a diary. Like it's a form of venting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can be going through something and I just get a beat and put it on the record, and it, you know what I'm saying? I can turn it to a positive because I can get traction off, and somebody else might be feeling it, so I might help somebody through something by hearing a song.
So do you go back and listen to your own record sometimes? Just
Man, I barely know my records.
Really?
Like, if I like a song, I listen to it over. But man, I don't really, cause I make so many songs, so I don't really be having time to sit down and learn the record. But I'm gonna get better at it because I'm gonna start taking rapping more serious.
Yeah.
Since I done got out, I don't plan on going back, so I gotta force myself to make this work. So I'm finna be a rapper now for real. So
that's what's up.
I was just playing around it, so it's gonna be
like,
worse.
Even with those records that you were playing around on, you did well. Yeah. So I mean, nobody can take that from you.
So I'm gonna take it more serious this time.
So has there ever been a time in your music career to where you just had like writer's block?
Nah, because I don't really write music. I go live, like, I go do stuff just so I can rap about it. Like, I might go to Miami and rent a room with a balcony or some stuff, so just so I can rap about that experience, so I won't be lying. You know, so for real, like, I do stuff just to say I did it. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't really get writer's block because I'm only gonna give you experiences. I can throw a few metaphors and stuff, but for the most, I'm gonna give you experience. So you can't really get writer's block when you rap from experience.
Yeah, it's like literally writing in a diary. Like
yeah,
a mental
like,
diary.
This what's going on. I can just go recall what I went through.
So how are you like with your flow when it comes to it? Like you just boom boom, like, you know, rhyming and stuff.
The beat actually have to tell me. Like, I listen to it let me choose my cadence by listening to the beat, so I try to ride the beat. I don't got better at that. At first I just was, but I don't learn how to control, like, when to scream or when to, you know what I'm saying, how to make the move so you can actually feel the song.
Yeah. With
so
your
I don't.
famous ad lib.
Yeah,
you gonna get that? Like, I remember back in 2012, like, me and my cousin, we had this graduation party, and you and Kenya were the two performers that came. Uh-huh. Like, I remember that concert so vividly. Like, you just did it just for us, you know. I was like, oh, that's what's up. So, do you ever, like, see yourself going on tour in the future and everything?
I'm quite sure it's gonna happen. Like, I have a lot of people reaching out, and I'm probably trying to put together, like, my own little small tour. I call it Bunkie White. Where I'm just going to different cities, putting, like, welcome home parties together and performing and stuff. I got one in Waycross December the 9th. I was trying to plan one for Jasper, Florida. And I'm finna try to start tapping into, like, these smaller markets, like the Fitzgerald, the Douglas, Pearson, and try to put together, like, a small tour through there. Mm-hmm. And, you know, get more for me in those areas, to get outside of my own area. And I had somebody to reach out to me for Tampa, Florida. I had somebody reach out for me from Mississippi, Alabama. So if people be hitting me up, I just couldn't go during those times because I was on a federal bond. Yeah. But yeah, I can see myself going on tour.
Yeah, I remember when you was rapping with Jimmy and all that.
So, oh yeah, I still Jimmy.
No J.
Jimmy called me last night about 3 in the morning because some dude out. Jimmy don't play by me, and it's a lot of stuff that going on with me right now. One be going on for one for Jimmy. Like, I was rapping and stuff, but Jimmy, he kind of coached me into making money off it. Cause at first, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to say in front of the kid. I was just straight wanting to sell drugs. But Jimmy said, "No, we can do this. You can sell these T-shirts. We can get shows. We can throw parties." So Jimmy the one showed me that business side to it.
Legal way.
Mm-hmm. And he actually called Big Nick and was like, "Man, I'm finna chill out. We're gonna push him." So he took a seat to push me. That's how the me and Jimmy thing went.
Well, all credit to Jimmy on that.
Yeah, so that's why I love and respect Jimmy. I never crossed Jimmy in no kind of way. I made a song called Letter to Jimmy Henderson. My appreciation to Jimmy Henderson. It's my appreciation to Jimmy Henderson. Yeah, I made that for him.
Alright, I'll take a listen to it. So, what's your dream venue you like to perform at?
Now, that's a good question. I be seeing people in old like the Broadway, them big old concerts, and everybody rapping. One of them. It don't matter. It don't matter the city. Just I want that word for word experience. Like that give you a rush when you're on stage. When people vibing and know your music, it make you perform better. Like it give you that extra.
It's definitely gonna come. Like I can see it coming.
Yeah.
Coming. So I know you took a trip to California one time before. Didn't you go out there to meet up with some record labels?
I went with a guy. I forgot the name exactly, but he paid for the trip and it was some kind of contest. He basically I was the winner of it, and it was a good experience. I went out there and we were vibing. I actually supposed to went back out there to do a show, but I never got to make it because I wound up losing. But I supposed to have some shows out there too.
So what has been the most memorable moment or experience you've had while performing?
Most memorable moment while performing. I remember me and Jimmy was in Macon, Georgia. I was opening for Young Dolph. And the show actually flopped. It was when Dolph first made Preach. Jimmy was in there snapping because one about 30 people in there. But he said, you know what? We still finna get up here and rock out. And me and Jimmy got out there and performed like we had a sold out show. But we got a lot of good footage, a lot of good pictures, and we made it work. He was talking junk because what was promised to us, but that was a good moment. It was like two brothers on stage, doing our thing. So that was a good experience. Just, what I'm saying? Anytime I got Jimmy on stage with me, it's a good experience.
So do you see any of your kids following in your footsteps? I know you had King rapping in some of your shows.
King still want to rap. He talk about it all the time. He actually ready to record right now. I told him to let me get me a few out the way, and then I'll sit down with him. He said he don't start writing, and he just got a bad beat selection. I got to hit him with the beat selection, but he gonna be okay. And my son Eliza, he be hitting me up like he want to rap. And all my small kids, they rap all my songs, so I can see it coming into them.
That's what's up. Yeah, I see King every day, so I
can see it. Yeah, he still want to rap.
So what are your future goals as a rapper then? Knowing that your kids want to follow in your footsteps.
My future goals as a rapper, I'm actually doing some different stuff. I'm trying to basically create my own industry. Like I don't want to have to follow the rules of the industry because I've been reading a book called Everything You Need to Know About the Industry. And it's a lot of stuff in there that I don't agree with how labels work. I mean, they putting up their money and stuff, but I want to be in control of my own stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to kind of build my own industry. And what I mean by that, I'm reaching out to DJs. Like I reached out to a DJ, I think DJ Sharif, and he's in Douglas area. I told him if he helped me break in the area, my first show, I'd do a dope split with a 50-50 with rent the venue. Like I'm trying to build that kind of relationship with DJs and go to different cities and different markets and doing the same thing. Like I ain't gotta wait on nobody to book me. I can book myself in different areas.
Okay, fine.
So that I'm trying to create my own little system.
So you staying independent.
Yeah, so I ain't gotta be a mad rapper. Something like, oh, they don't play my music. I don't care. Like I know how to make them get involved because I'm gonna give them some money. If you just say, hey, play my song, but they ain't benefiting nothing. So I try to make it where everybody gets some money. That's what I mean by trying to create my own industry. So if it's playing out, and I'm trying to get me a team of managers so they can basically battle trying to get me on shows. Whoever get the show get a commission. Mm-hmm. And I was just stuff I done picked up over the year watching other artists. Boosie used to do that. He used to have like 5 managers and all on trying to sell a Boosie verse, all on trying to book a Boosie show, and he giving them a commission. Whoever get the show get the commission. So I just take notes of everything.
Is that kind of how he started out, like being an independent thing, like transitioning over?
Boosie? Mm-hmm. I believe so. I read his book, Cross the Track. Boosie my boy, but that book was all over the place. So I think that's how he started. It was some independent stuff, and he was like, he had to get out the street, and they had to take him to the studio, get him away from his time to get in the studio. But yeah, he was kind of independent, mostly independent. He's still independent now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know
He's still independent now.
So I know, like, you signed this. Well, you got your own record, See No Dream
Music.
So with that, how do you plan on signing other artists underneath it, or?
I actually want to. It's a lot on hit me up daily trying to get me to them, but I be telling them like, I'm not gonna hold you back, bro. Like I be so busy. I'm trying to get myself situated. I ain't got time to manage you or sign you as an artist because I can't give you all my attention, but I can see myself doing that, and I'm actually in talk with Patrick Gloucester about him helping me run my label. And me and him trying to come up, he actually texting me now. Me and him trying to come up with something on running the label properly and signing some artists and stuff. So I don't learn that I got to build a team. I was doing everything myself. Over the years, everything you've been seeing me doing basically with myself. Jimmy, but you know, he be in Atlanta, so physically here, it's been myself. So I'm trying to build an actual team to help me with this stuff so I can be able to help some artists, you know.
Alright, so like we refresh back to Bunkie White Week. What events do you have taking place this week?
November 10th, I'm gonna be at the bowling alley. It's just, you know, I'm just chilling, shooting pool. Yeah, like a basic kickback at the bowling alley. Then it's my actual mama birthday, so that's why I threw my mama on the fly, and she don't turn that into her real event. She got my whole family wearing shirts, and they coming, so it's gonna be good. You know, I'm just getting home, and my whole family will be there, mama side and daddy side. So then November 11th, be at Rhythm Cafe. I got SCY Gym performing live. I called the streets and had the young boys tell me like, who I need to book, and his name came up a few times, so that's why I wound up booking him. And I'm performing live myself at Rhythm Cafe, 2159 Beams Road. Then that Sunday, I'm having a day party at Deja Vu. Take Me Back to Sensations. You probably too young to know about Sensations.
I heard about Sensations.
But I'm trying to take it back to Sensation for one day. I want an early 2000 theme party where they playing music from that era, and you know, so we just have some fun. We used to have a lot of fun in Sensation. There was 1,000 people in there every weekend, so that's why it's called Take Me Back to Sensation. Got a lot of birthdays, and got Jimmy gonna come perform. My partner Snap gonna come perform. Lala coming to perform. Big Red coming to perform. I got a few artists. You know, I support the independent artists too, so it's gonna be a good show. Then that Tuesday, November the 14th, that's Cino actual birthday. So I know it's a Tuesday, though I call it the trap picnic. So I'm gonna do like an actual picnic with a sip and paint of free food, drinks, and you know, just come out vibe to the park. I don't know how it's gonna turn out because it's a Tuesday, but I'm prepared either way, whether it's small or big, we're gonna have a good time. Cause that's Cino real birthday, so we're gonna call it Cino Day.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be equipment?
Yeah, that's equipment at the park.
Right.
I think 500 North Webster Street. I had to remember all the addresses because I be throwing events all the time.
Like I know that you typically, I usually see your name on the flyers all the time.
Yeah.
So with you being out, when you were in, did you write a lot of singles that you're gonna be releasing soon?
Like, right? Did I write a lot of songs?
Mm-hmm.
I jot. Like, I can't just write records. I can write records without the beat, but it'd be kind of hard because you're trying to match it once you get out. Mm-hmm. But I jot down, like I might write 4-5 bars, write 3-4 bars, and I take them a piece when I write a verse for a song. So I jot a lot. I don't just write full verses because I know it's subject to change depending on the flow of the beat. Mm-hmm. So I don't just get caught up saying this how it gonna be. Nah, I'm just jot this and put it together when I get the beat.
That's what's up.
But I did one, my first day in there, I went straight to the hole because they didn't have no bed space. I wrote one called Get God on the Phone. And I think it's going to be a pretty good record. It's basically a remake of Fed Up by R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. It's like basically saying I'm fed up with the street, people telling and people dying. It's just get God on the phone, tell God that I need that CMG. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what he doing. He got a lot of art. He letting them stay independent and he working them and, you know, building them up. So I like what he doing with his artists. So I wouldn't mind being a part of it. Even if he just called me in to be a songwriter, I don't got to be the rapper. You know? I just want the bag. I don't got to be the star. So I write it for him.
Would you consider him being one of the artists that you hope to get their phone number soon?
Yeah. I actually got a song with Guided, but it's unofficial. Mm-hmm. K.E. sold me a unofficial Guided verse, and it wasn't right. It was just something where Guided did a sample on one of his beats, and he kept it, sold it to me. And I was telling Big Rank, said I mentioned it to Guided. He was like, "What song?" He said, "I ain't want to dry shit," so I just left it alone. Big Rank, my boy, man. But yeah, I like Guided.
So the beats that you typically use, I know they're different from a lot of the beats I've heard so far. So with your beats, are they produced by your own producer, or more so do you, like, they find samples and stuff and just try to?
Majority of the time I use my partner Easy. He do a lot of my productions, and then I lease some beats from other people. But for the most Easy, like when I want something custom made or Easy, he flood my email with beats, and then I might hear something I like and send it to him, and like that he'll customize it. He the one make the Get Got on the Phone beat for me. So Easy, he produced Love It Here by Ball Greasy. Like my big records, I try to get Easy on him. And he did 8 Feet with Mike Smith. He done did a few records for me. I like to try to help build somebody I know up. So that's why I always get Easy to customize me something right quick. Cause I'm like, if I get one to blow up, I want you to get the credit. So that's why I do that. But yeah, Easy, that's my go-to.
Alright, so if you were to go on tour with one artist, I know you like, Gotti. I know you like Boosie, but aside from them, any other artists, who would you pick to go on tour with?
People gonna probably think I'm crazy if I say this, but I'm gonna say 50 Cent.
Why is that?
I like him as a business person. He's fun, and I be watching his shows. I actually want to attend one of them. They big shows. Like, he's a real mega star, and I think it'll be a good experience. I listen to him for a lot of business. I see a lot of me in him. I read his book too. And I see a lot of me in him and how we promote and, just talking junk all the time. And, I can see me in 50. Like, I think we'll get along real good. Yeah. So, if I had to go on a tour with an artist outside of the ones I like, it'll be 50 Cent.
Well, I hope 50 hear this, that it will get you. So, can you elaborate on your That's on Timmy single? Because I know, you got your mama involved in that.
Man, it was funny how that song came about. DJ Tremaine hit me up and said, man, I need some Bunkie for the radio, man. I need some Bunkie. I was like, I can sing you this song. He was like, man, make me something exclusive. So I'm like, okay, I'm playing with the beat. I had to make that song a full freestyle. I was like, dawg, this song could be something. I went to looking through my notes while I was at the halfway house. I wrote that hook at the halfway house. I was like, that could fit this. And I told Tremaine, I said, man, I have you something by Monday. It was like on Friday. So I went and put it together. I told you I'd be jotting. And I placed that in there. And I like how I signed. I called Tremaine, sent it to him. He said, man, you fire. Yeah, you fire. I'm dropping this in rotation Monday. So it worked out. And that was the process of that record. If it wasn't for Tremaine, I probably would still make the record, but it wouldn't have been this fast. Yeah. Tremaine the one that made me go and say, okay, I got to do a record.
Yeah, you probably like the only artist I know that didn't really release a first day out. Like
that. My cousin told me, you need to do a first day. I said, no, I'm going to do a last time going. I ain't going back.
That's what's up.
I did my time. I ain't telling nobody. I did what I had to do. Got on back to my church.
Yep.
So, I ain't going back. I don't need the first day out. I just ain't going back. Like, and I like to do a lot of stuff. I don't really like to follow trends. Like, everybody do them, and that's why I didn't do it, because everybody do it.
Yeah. Like, it all started with who was first one? T. Greaves, I think?
Yeah, him or Gucci.
Yeah.
Probably Gucci, I believe. I started off my day with a couple, wasn't it his first day out?
I think it was T. Greaves. T. Greaves was way back when I was in Oklahoma.
I think Gucci got out. I think Gucci before him.
You sure?
I'm a fan out. Yeah, I think Gucci was first.
It's like, it's good. I was like, he ain't do no first day out, but he did do a That's on Timmy. So bringing it to where your mom was like,
Yeah, so that was basically a first day out without being a first day out.
Yeah, yeah.
So I dropped it on my first day out for real. That when it went on iTunes and available very well.
Yeah, all your music posted on iTunes and Apple Music and all that.
It's very well. Google Play, Amazon. You go through DistroKid, they send it everywhere.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So he gonna look and see who came out with it
Gucci
first.
Man was 7 years ago.
Let's see.
T. Grizzly was 6 years ago.
Okay, so Gucci for sure. Yeah, like, man, it's crazy knowing that, it would kind of been kind of cool if you made a record while you was in. I ain't gonna lie. I know that.
I dropped 2 mixtapes while I was in.
Really?
Jimmy put them together. I record a lot, so I be having songs on standby. I did Born Winner. That was something I was working on for a while.
Born Winner.
and Lock My Body Can't Lock My Mind. It was Lock My Body Can't Lock My Mind. Some of the records were new and some of them were old. I just took them and told Jimmy, okay, do this because the holding facility I was at, I had a phone, so I was kind of directing it.
So with the Black Sheep, what's the significance of you entitling the new mixtape The Black Sheep?
Black Sheep is something I came up with, called myself, like, you know, you always got that one in the family that just want to break those generational curses, and you have people thinking it's impossible just because where you from, and I'm like, I'm a duo, like, I just work. That's my reference to Black Sheep, like. But I put that, I actually had that cover, Joshua Wade, shout out my boy Joshua Wade. He made that cover for me like about 4 years ago. I'm just not getting around to using it. And that album gonna be like more personal. I won't say personal, but personal. Like, it's the music I prefer. It's the music I like. Versus, you know, we have to make music to please our fans, but this one right here, like, personal. Like, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to talk about. You know, I'm not just talking about being in jail all through this album. You know, when people make their jail album, they be talking about jail and every song, but this just really talking about stuff that going on in the streets, in the world, and how it done changed, and how they're okay and they ain't standing on morals and principles no more. It's just anything goes. It's built around that.
So it's more about the political and social culture that we want to. That makes sense. That'd be a good record. Like, that one is one that you put all your heart into. That one.
Yeah, so majority of the records like that. So you might catch a lot of records. You might be like, that's a J. Cole rap on. That, you know, it's got those kind of beats and stuff to it.
If you had the opportunity to collab with J. Cole, would you take it up on yourself?
Oh yeah. J. Cole one of my favorites. I still got to go listen to a lot of his stuff, but J. Cole one of my favorites. He get busy. He don't play.
He don't.
He don't play.
Like, he really don't.
He real clever. Like, he can adjust to any song. Like, even if it's a street song, he ain't street. He gonna be clever enough to let you know I'm not street, but this was going on. So I like J. Cole.
Like, so if you know that there are, like, so say, you know, King wants to rap, and any other, you know, upcoming artist that would like to take on that venture to become a musical artist, what kind of advice would you give them?
Don't become a mad rapper. Be in control. You only get out what you put in. You can't think just because if you do sign with somebody, they gonna do all the work. You still gotta do work because labels and stuff, they don't know everything. Like, they have what they go by, but the streets right now, the music game is open, and social media and stuff really control which songs popping. So you gotta tune in to that. You can't just think, okay, I'm signed, I'm on. No, you still gotta do work. And it's not gonna happen if you don't work. If you lazy and think you just gonna go to the studio and get high and make songs and think that gonna get you somewhere, it's not. Like, you actually gotta work. Would
you recommend they steer from all that? Like, you know, other stuff like that?
I mean, I ain't gonna tell them how to live, but you don't gotta be how to make a good record. Like, you gotta learn the business side to it too. That's something I'm still learning. So this whole, I've been teaching myself along the way. Like, I just pick up on things and keep it noted. And that's something you gotta do too. Learn the game. Like, don't just go in there thinking it's supposed to go like this. That's why you see a lot of people talking about bad deals, or if they would have studied, they would have, you know, knew more about what was going on. That, like, being in the streets, I was taught, if you're gonna break the law, you need to know the law. It's the same. You want to be a rapper, you need to know the business. So you won't be all rapping, cussing out your label about bad contract. You signed it, so you should have got your lawyer. And, you know, so you can't really be mad.
So, like, I know you're not signed to a major label. Are you grateful to not be signed to a major label, considering all the dynamics?
It's a gift and a curse. I remember back in the day, I used to tell Jim, I used to be like, man, we just need to get a little BS deal just to get that extra push. You know what I'm saying? Just to get in the door. We know it's going to be some BS, but I can take it and work with it. Like, I know how to turn trash into treasure. Like, you just put me up there with the stars, and I can work it out from there. So, yeah, I know y'all gonna mess me around on the money or whatever, but just put me in the door, and I'm gonna welcome myself.
So, knowing that you got the street knowledge, and I see that you read a lot of books, are you using the books as a learning tool to where you can delve more into that business side of things?
Yeah, like, I create my own formulas about everything. Like, I got a weird way of thinking and processing stuff. People like about crazy, but I don't be tripping. It's just people can't see what you see, and I read that in a lot of books, and I see it from experience. Like, I might tell you, I'm finna do this, and you might think it's crazy, but then 2 years later, I'm doing it, you're like, oh.
It makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, I like reading. That became one of my favorite things to do besides working out when I was locked up. That's how I passed my time, and I gained a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things another thing that helped me back. I just used to do stuff off experience. I just go try stuff instead of trying to read and learn how to do it. I just go do it. And now I'm trying to read and learn more about it, then go do it. It make it more sense. It ain't gonna save me some money, cause when you just go try something, it's just you get discouraged. But okay, I ain't studying that no more. But,
yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
I'm taking a better business approach. Like, you gotta research what you're trying to do, and like 50 Cent, he say he study his competition. Like, when he want to start a business or something, he actually go study the competition, see what they do good, see what they do bad, and all that. I just know all that, and it helped me create my own formula and system.
That's a smart way to take it. It really is.
Yeah, so now I love books now.
See, I know besides the music, you got your own businesses and stuff. Like, you delve into the business game and all that. I know equipment needs a lot of different businesses and stuff like that. So have you ever thought about putting like a business in there for like kids to, you know, like your own recording studio or something, like for kids that want to? I
actually was gonna build a studio. I had bought a property right behind my car wash that was supposed to be a studio, but it wound up turning into a rental property. But I'm actually still want to build a studio just because my love for I actually was C-note engineer, and he was rapping, so I got a little bit of experience. They don't got advanced now, so yeah, I would definitely get a studio. It's just, you know, I don't got time to play. You know, yeah, some people be like, oh yeah, I want to rap, and getting up for 10 hours and just smoke and drink and ain't get, like, when I get in the studio, I'll be ready to work. So I don't want that experience where you gonna book a session, I'm just sitting there wasting my time.
So back then you was producing your own music?
I was recording. I just used to record.
Gotcha,
I was the one recording it and doing a little mix to it on the Can't Win for Losers and all them songs.
Hey,
I was the one. See, I couldn't really rap then, so that's why I went on a lot of them records. You might hear me on a hook here and there because I knew how to write hooks, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Well, they did, but I wrote better hooks, but they could rap. And that's why I went on a lot of the records back in the day, because I couldn't rap that good back then.
Yeah, I remember C-No. I ain't gonna lie, I remember C-No when he was playing little football.
He's so far ahead. Like, you can play some of his records now, and they'll be relevant, and it'll sound like he just made them now. So he was way ahead.
Little Snoop.
Yeah. And he wasn't even 18, so he was the man.
So if you end up, like, say, future-wise, you end up winning some type of award or something like that, like, just imagine being on BET Awards or something like that, and they give you an award.
I actually missed 2 trips. Really? I've been partnered with Fat Boy Rama, and he'll take me wherever. He had me around QCP, Lil Baby, all them. Fat Boy Rama, he'll take me.
He the DJ?
Yeah, he's City Girl official DJ. He had me around them too. But I'm invited to the BET Awards anytime he go. I missed one because I was on bond. I missed this one because I was locked up. But I'm gonna get there. But what you was saying about the award, if I win an award,
is that gonna be like C-No gonna be your first dedication?
Yeah, that's cause this for him. Yeah. Like he was that extra push. I remember when he died, I went to the studio and made a song and said, "I'm gonna take these streets." That's on everything, and I was crying. You can hear it all in the verse and everything, and that just me speaking that make me stick to it. I'm real loyal to like saying something, so I'm gonna stand on what I say. And that's why I go so hard for him and C-No this, C-No that. Like, you know, he died when he was 18, 33 now, and it's still going.
Yeah, I remember that. I do. That was a time.
So,
it's a time. Yeah. Man, I do appreciate you for being here. And thank you for giving some insight on the upcoming stuff and what you got going on. And welcome back to the show. And I can't wait to hear some more of your records.
Oh, yeah. I'm finna get busy. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Stand on my car, cause they mine. That's on 10. They gon' feel that I be pressure every time. And that's on 10. I'ma ball for the rest of my life. That's on 10. Try to stop me, I come back every time. And that's on 10. I'ma stand on my car, cause they mine. That's on 10. Yeah. The feds ain't stop nothing. First they out like what, I'ma buy next. I'm still the face of the project. Hit my whole beat and I ain't ice a bit for that.